Hey everyone, today I'm going to be sharing some of the bags that I'm excited to revisit in 2025. These are all bags that I've enjoyed using a lot, but that don't quite get as much attention as some of the more popular options on the market. Some of these are maybe you would say hidden gems. Some of them were released a while back and maybe have fallen off people's radars. Regardless, these are bags that hold up well, still very versatile, and I'm excited to hopefully surface some different options if you're in the market for a new bag in 2025. Before jumping in, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Danny, and on this channel, we love reviewing popular travel and everyday carry gear. If you like these types of videos and you'd be interested in seeing more, please consider subscribing as it helps the channel out a lot. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump in. I wouldn't say that the Evergoods MPL22 is underrated because everyone who uses this bag seems to really like it. I definitely fall into that camp, but I wanted to include it in this list because last year I got really caught up in the excitement of the CTB20, the Griffin collaboration that came out, and even though I really enjoyed using this bag, it felt like I just didn't really come back to it very much, and that's a shame because it's a really fantastic kind of all-purpose EDC bag. You have Evergoods' typical crossover, minimal aesthetic. This one is super great because it has the dual external water bottle pockets. You have a great carrying handle at the top. It's offered in a few different fabrics. I have the Eco Pack version, which has been fantastic, super weather resistant, aqua guarded YKK zippers, and then the 22-liter capacity is great for EDC, for hiking. It never looks overwhelmingly bulky, so just a really nice silhouette. And then the harness is very comfortable as well. Evergoods' typical padding, breathable back panel, so what you would expect from an Evergoods bag. And then of course you have the layout, which is super functional. You have a great quick access pocket on the front, extends all the way down to the bottom. Quick access pocket here as well with a little lanyard. As Evergoods typically does, they have their own dedicated volume, so making them easy to grab whatever you need. And then you have the full clamshell style opening, which is just super useful. And then you have a spacious main area. One thing to note with this one, and it doesn't really have a well padded laptop sleeve. This is suspended, so you can drop a laptop in here. It's elastic, but it's just not as well padded as some of Evergoods' other laptop compartments. But that can be good if you're looking for something that's more of a hiking bag than a laptop bag. It's gonna help save on the weight. And then you have the additional pocketing here on the lid, which is also super useful. And if you are a fan of Evergoods' style, if you're not crazy about a laptop compartment, you just want a durable, all-purpose bag that also has great water bottle pockets, and this is gonna be one of the best options that you can take a look at. In all my excitement for the release of the Bihn Scenic 26, one bag that I didn't talk quite as much about is the Bixi backpack, which they also came out with last year. And I thought that this was a really great travel bag option. It's got a little bit more of a traditional setup than what I was used to seeing from Bihn, but what it does very, very well. And so you still have Bihn's kind of more functional, old school aesthetic. You got the nice logo on the front, excellent build quality, ballistic nylon, beefy YKK zippers. You have an excellent handle at the top and on the side. These are well padded, comfortable. You also have an external water bottle pocket, which was well implemented. And this is one of those things that you don't see as much in many Bihn bags, but great to see it included here. And then the capacity was around 32 liters, so a really great one bag travel option. This is carry-on friendly, easily stows in an overhead storage compartment. And then you have Bihn's popular harness system with the edgeless straps, which are really soft, well padded. You have the sternum strap as well as a waist strap that's included with the bag. I really like this breathable back panel that has been making its way onto more Bihn bags. And then you have a really interesting system here with the luggage pass where you can rest it vertically or horizontally, which I thought was a very unique and cool feature. And then the layout was great, super functional. You have an admin area on the front that goes pretty much to the bottom, so you have two sort of large storage areas. This one also has some built-in organization, a couple of slip pockets, pen slot, zippered pocket, and then the Bihn O-ring system, which I'm always a fan of. So it comes with a little lanyard, but you can customize it with a lot of other accessories. You got a dedicated padded and suspended laptop sleeve, so great to be able to get to your device very easily. And then the full clamshell style opening. You have the compression straps on the inside. Like the Scenic, you can remove these, which is another really nice Bihn touch. Not all bags allow you to fully remove these to customize the bag to meet your needs. You have O-rings in this area, a couple of zippered mesh pockets. So Nothing super crazy different about this bag, but just a really great kind of traditional layout, which I've come to love on a number of travel bags. So great to see Bihn, kind of coming in with their own flair on it. And if you're in the market for a durable one bag travel option, this is a really great option to consider. I've gotten so used to using some of Aer's most popular bags, like the City Pack Pro and the Travel Pack 3 Small, that I can sometimes forget that they also have the Pro collection, which was a really interesting addition to Aer's lineup. This uses recycled fabrics, so it has a little bit more of a matte appearance, but it's still a really functional, sleek looking bag. Very clean as far as the exterior. It almost reminds me a little bit of their Tech collection. And then along the outside, you have two external water bottle pockets, which is great to see. Really nice handles, as Aer always does, on the side, at the top, on the bottom. So these are two things that aren't on the City Pack Pro, which is sort of the flagship EDC bag from Aer, but it only has the one water bottle pocket. It doesn't have the side handles, and so I was actually very impressed when I first got my hands on this one. And then the Pro Pack is offered in a few different sizes. There's the 20 liter and then the 24 liter, which I have here. That's the one that I tend to prefer, as I just really love that size of bag. And this size comes with all of the handles. I don't believe that the 20 liter has the side handles. Regardless, very functional. On the exterior, you have the really subtle blacked out Aer branding here at the top. And then, of course, the really comfortable harness system, as Aer is well known for. Same padding on the straps, breathable. Back panel is very robust. Nice bit of elevation. You have the luggage pass through. And then the layout on this one was also different from many of the Aer bags that we've seen. So you still have some really great quick access for your stuff. So you have a quick access pocket on the front. Pretty spacious here, so that you can take advantage of the built-in organization, a couple of slots for pens, tech items, but then it's also just great for pouches or any bulkier accessories you want to toss in. You have a secondary quick access pocket, which was unique to this line as far as the space and the organization that's provided. You have the dedicated, well-padded and suspended laptop compartment, and you have a full clamshell style opening, so you can easily organize all of your stuff. You have a slip pocket on the inside here, and so just doing a lot of things very, very well, as they do with all of their other bags. But I feel like this is the collection that hasn't gotten quite as much attention. And so if you're looking for a really functional tech bag, if you want something with a really subdued aesthetic that still has all those things that Aer does so well, then this will be a really interesting one to consider. The Seon transporter from Mammut definitely falls in the hidden gem category, in my opinion. It's just not a bag that I expected to enjoy using as much as I did. It seems to be marketed as kind of a climbing / work bag, and so the aesthetic is, pretty minimal, especially for a brand like Mammut, which I sort of associate more with the outdoors. So I really like that it's a little sleeker, more techy looking. You still have the Mammut branding on the front, really nice weather resistant material, a nice carrying handle on the outside, handle at the top. The one thing that this bag is missing is an external water bottle pocket, but besides that, you have a very comfortable harness system that's going to offer a good bit of padding on the straps. On the back panel, you have the luggage pass-through that pairs nicely with the handle. And then the bag comes in at about 25 liters, which I'm a big fan of for its versatility. So it can hold an impressive amount, but it's still got a pretty slim profile, which is great to see. And then the organization on it is super useful. You have a great quick access pocket on the front that's tall, easy to reach. Then you have quick access pocket at the top, really well protected zippers all throughout as well. And in this quick access area, you have plenty of space, a couple of padded fleece lined pockets for your tech. You have a zippered mesh pocket, so very, very useful. Dedicated laptop compartment that has dedicated sleeves for your tablet and your laptop, and it's also pulled up properly off the bottom of the ground. So this is one of the better implemented laptop compartments that I tried out last year, which was very impressive. And then you have the suitcase style opening, which is gonna make this great for just a range of different use cases. You have a couple of zippered pockets on the lid, mesh with a good bit of space. On the inside, you have a separate compartment that you can use to store climbing shoes. At least I think that was the intention, but you can use it to separate out your gym clothes or just anything else that you want to keep separate from the main items that you have in the compartment. I've used this for minimal travel as an EDC backpack, and it's just one of those bags that I don't hear about quite as much, but when people ask me some really cool ones to check out, this is always one that seems to come up in my mind. The Alpaka Metro Backpack Pro is one of the newer releases on this list, and Alpaka of course has an existing great lineup of bags, travel bags, sling bags, and pouches, and so this was a really interesting addition. I never used the smaller version of the Metro backpack because I just typically don't like using bags that are that small, but when this larger 24 liter version was announced, I was very intrigued. It seemed to offer a really sleek aesthetic, very minimal, techy, as Alpaka's bags tend to be. You have a couple of different fabric options. The version that I have here is X-Pack with the well-protected YKK zippers, and no water bottle pocket on the exterior of this one, which is a little bit sad. You do have a nice handle at the top though, and then, you know, just very subtle sort of branding on the exterior. The 24 liter capacity doesn't feel quite as spacious as some other 24 liter bags, but it does manage to hold a good amount. It's a great daily carry bag size. On the back, you have a pretty comfortable harness system, decently padded straps. You have the sternum strap with the magnetic buckle, a well-padded back panel. I like that this has a luggage pass-through so that you can rest this on your suitcase while traveling. And then the layout on this is fairly simple but effective. You have a great zippered quick access pocket on the front with some solid internal organization, a couple of slip pockets. You have a little lanyard with the magnetic clip for your keys that works well with Alpaka's ecosystem of accessories. And then you have a dedicated laptop compartment on the back that's got padded sleeve with a soft lining, a tablet sleeve. This is a little bit pulled up off the bottom of the ground, and then the main compartment, which has, you know, a good bit of space. Doesn't open quite fully clamshell, but still wide enough so that you can get everything on the inside. You have the webbing on the back, which you can use to attach additional accessories. Then you have the tall slip pockets on the lid, which is always useful. This is what you might end up using as a water bottle holder since there's no external water bottle pocket. Great zippered quick access pocket at the top. So pretty unique as far as the layout and the implementation. And you know, it's a bag that I haven't had as much time with, but in the time that I had for testing it, I really enjoyed using it. And I think that it's gonna be a really interesting option to consider in Alpaka's lineup if you want something very modern and functional. The 25 liter Addax backpack from Vanquest has been around for a couple of years, and I'm always surprised that I don't hear more about this, as it's a really impressive all-purpose bag. It's got a more subdued gray man appearance than many of the bags in Vanquest's lineup, which I think just add to its versatility. And so you have it in a couple of different colors, and there's no external water bottle pockets, which would have been nice to see, but the rest of the layout is very, very useful. You have, you know, handles at the top, handles at the side that also double as luggage pass-throughs. At 25 liters, it's just a really great capacity for, you know, longer days. It's able to hold a packing cube, but it doesn't look super big. It's still fairly slim. It is offered in an 18 liter size as well if you prefer something a little more compact. And then you have a comfortable harness system with well padded breathable straps to have a nice width, sternum strap, good padding on the back, and again, you can use these handles as luggage pass through. And then the layout is just fantastic. You have some quick access pockets on the front with a good amount of depth, and it's pretty tall. You have internal slip pockets. You have an admin area here on the other quick access pocket, additional webbing for, you know, your EDC items, your tech items, little lanyard, additional zippered pocket. Then you have a dedicated laptop compartment, which is one of the best that I used last year. Plenty of space, and then you have a spot for your tablet, and the compartment is suspended properly off the bottom of the ground. You have a soft lining on the back. And the main compartment is a top loading compartment. This isn't a clamshell style bag, but it's still able to handle an impressive amount of stuff. You have a great zippered pocket on the lid, soft lining on the back so that you can customize this with a variety of pouches, patches. You have some internal water bottle holders, which can work well. And so all in all, this is a bag that has been kind of on my radar for the past couple of years, and I'm always surprised that I don't hear about it more. And so that's, you know, something that I'm hoping to change by mentioning it here in this video. Even though the 18 liter double compartment Bullet Ruck was one of my favorite bags last year, I feel like I didn't really get a chance to use it quite as much as I would have wanted because Goruck had a lot of excellent new releases. They had a few different variations of the GR1, the M23, and I kind of defaulted to those bags, but The double compartment bullet Ruck has one of my favorite form factors that they've come out with. I really love this 18-liter size. It works great as a daily carry bag. It doesn't feel super bulky, but it still feels like it gives you enough capacity. They released a Dyneema collection that included the double compartment bullet Ruck, which I really love. So the Dyneema fabric provides that extra durability, weather resistance. I like that it maintains its structure pretty well. And then you have the YKK zippers, which work very smoothly on this edition of the bag. Really nice handle. It's got more of a slick aesthetic, so no molly webbing along the exterior. And then you have, a really nice harness system, as Goruck's bags always do. Durable, you have the webbing here, so you can add a sternum strap if you want. Well padded back panel. And then you have a really excellent organizational layout. One of my favorite things about this version of the bullet Ruck is that it's kind of like a mini GR2. So you have plenty of pocketing throughout. You have the zippered quick access pocket on the front that Goruck's bags have had for a long time. On this one, you have the quick access pocket at the top, which is one of my favorite new additions that Goruck has been adding on many of their bags. And then the dual clamshell style layout that has always been something that I love about the GR2. So great to see it in this smaller form factor. You have one compartment with some built-in zippered pockets. You have the field pocket that's also built in here. So flexible space with some internal organization, and then just a lot of different ways to organize all of your stuff. You have the dedicated laptop compartment on the back that's suspended, well padded, and then you have the clamshell style main compartment, which has a similar layout to what we've seen from Goruck in the past. So slip pocket, a few rows of webbing, and then a zippered pocket on the lid. So all in all, this is a layout that I've talked about for many years across a few different bags. Great to see it make its way not only in this size, but also with the Dyneema fabric. And so, if these are in stock and you're looking for a really solid kind of all-purpose EDC backpack, this is gonna be one of the best options that you can take a look at. I've been a fan of Aught Design's Axiom line for the past couple of years. It's gone through some evolutions and is now offered in a few different fabrics. Last year, I was able to try out the Black Magic Ultra version of the bag, and towards the end of the year, I also started to test out the Wax Canvas edition. And this is the version that I'm excited to spend a little bit more time with this year, because it feels like a really great mixture of kind of classic Wax Canvas appearance with some of the more modern touches that Aught Design has included in the Axiom pack. So I think that it's a really cool mixture. It looks great. This fabric feels fantastic, rugged, and I'm sure it's gonna just patina in a nice way the more that I use it. And on the capacity front, this is about a 19-liter bag, so it's a little slimmer and more compact than many of the EDC bags that I tend to use, but it's still able to pack in a lot of functionality into that silhouette. As far as the harness system, I'm a big fan of Aught Design's harnesses. They put a lot of great padding into their straps, plenty of breathability. You have the load lifter so you can really pull that weight close to your back. The back panel has been updated on the Axiom line to give you just some really great padding here, deep air channel to provide you with airflow, and then you have a nice handle at the top. And the organizational layout is where this bag really shines. You have quick access pocket at the top, so this will be a great spot for sunglasses, headphones, things like that. You have zippered pocket on the side that can work as a water bottle holder, but I use this for pouches, for charging cables. And then you do have side access to the main area and the padded laptop sleeve that's included here. So you can slide your laptop in and out, reach into something for the main area if you don't want to open it all the way up. You have an admin compartment that has some good built-in organization. This goes down to the bottom, but you have a couple of pen slots, slip pocket, zippered pocket, D-ring, so offering a little more organization than some of the other bags in a similar space. And then you have the clamshell style opening, which works really nicely so that you can see the inside very clearly. You have a couple of deep slip pockets and the ability to customize this with Tad's ecosystem of accessories. So one of the more premium options on the list. The bags are made in the USA, and if you're looking for something very durable that's going to offer a functional layout and just look great, then this is going to be a really interesting bag to keep an eye on. The Timbuk2 Nevercheck Expandable Backpack has been one of my favorite expandable bags of the past couple of years. I feel like I mentioned this bag a decent amount on the channel, and yet I don't hear a lot of people talking about it. I don't see it too much out in the wild, which is sad to see because it's such a versatile bag. In general, I've been a big fan of Timbuk2's bags from the very beginning. I really love the aesthetic that they offer. They're just unique, techy. They also have a very solid build quality from my experience. And this one has a unique layout. You do have an external water bottle pocket. You have some compression straps here with the G hooks that you can use to secure some of the pocketing or attach an additional accessory. Great handle at the top, as well as some attachment points. And then you have a comfortable harness system, well padded. You have a sternum strap, plenty of padding on the back. You have this deep air channel. And then you have just a really useful layout. You have a quick access pocket on the front. And then you have this interesting system where if you're carrying the bag like a briefcase, this compartment opens up in a way that would make it easy to grab anything that's on the inside. You have some slip pockets, a zipper pocket there. I have an old charging cable floating around, and really like that pocket. And on the side, you have a dedicated laptop compartment that's padded. It's pulled up off the bottom of the ground, and then the main compartment. The capacity on this is a little bit larger, even when it's compressed down. Comes in at about 26, 27 liters, so it can hold a good amount. This is not quite a clamshell bag. It opens up wide, but it's got these gussets that prevent it from opening fully flat, which I think works well. You can still kind of get the effect of a clamshell style bag. You have a sleeve on the inside, sleeve on the lid, additional zippered pocket, so it doesn't go overboard as far as the organization. And then, as the name would imply, you have the ability to expand this out so it gets closer to the 30-liter range for when you want to use this for minimal travel, or if you just have a longer day. And I like that this is a versatile size without looking super bulky. This is the type of bag that I could use in a lot of different situations. Great for business travel because of the aesthetic and its ability to handle my laptop and whatnot. And so if you're looking for a backpack that's going to be great for business travel, for a longer day, you want to have a little bit of versatility as far as the capacity, then this is still one of the best options on the market. The E3 Faraday backpack from SLNT is one of the more unique options on this list, with its focus on privacy and protecting your devices and your data. And so this bag includes a couple of accessories that are Faraday bags, which are meant to block out the signals that are emitted by your phone. So this will, if you put your phone on the inside of something like this and close it, it will prevent any sort of tracking, any sort of scanners from getting to your phone. You have one for your phone, and then you have a separate one for your laptop on the back. And so this is a really interesting idea. It's cool that you have these accessories and that extra bit of protection if, privacy for your data and your devices is really important. But that might not be for everybody. Regardless, the bag itself is still really impressive to use. I was super surprised when I first had a chance to test this a little while back. This exterior fabric feels very durable, weather resistant. You have some webbing, so it's got a little bit of a tactical flair without going overboard. You have great handles on the side, at the top. You have a water bottle pocket, and then the bag maintains its structure pretty well, so it can stand on its own. And it comes in at about 24 liters, which is the sweet spot for me as far as kind of all-purpose bags, so it can hold a lot without looking overwhelmingly big. Really comfortable harness system, well-padded breathable straps, very wide. You also have the luggage pass-through, well-padded back panel, and then the layout on this is super functional. You have a really nice quick access pocket on the front, quick access pocket with a vertical orientation as well. These are independent of each other, so you have a lot of different options for accessing your stuff. And then in this front admin compartment, you have some slip pockets that have a good amount of elasticity, zippered pockets, a D-ring, and then on the back, you want to use the padded laptop sleeve with it. If you want to put your device in here, you do have an extra slip pocket. And then for the main compartment, this isn't a full clamshell bag, but one side of the zipper goes down pretty much all the way, so plenty of visibility. This also had a really cool packing cube accessory that you could use if you wanted to use this as a minimal travel bag, and so I really liked using that packing cube. On the inside here, you have an additional zippered pocket and then a very simple, useful layout here. So very functional bag. You get the added bonus of the Faraday sleeves if you want to use those with your devices. I could kind of take or leave the sleeves. I think it's a nice additional bonus to have. Definitely not a must-have, but the bag itself is definitely something that every time I come back to it, I remember how much I enjoy using it. And so that's it. Those are some of the bags that I'm excited to revisit in 2025. Hopefully this video was helpful, and if you have any questions on the items that I featured in the video, suggestions for similar bags that I should check out, or if you want to shout out any of the underrated, underappreciated bags that you really love, as always, please let me know in the comments. And I'll make sure to include links in the description below to the dedicated reviews that I've done for the bags that I talked about in this video, as well as to some of the other roundup videos that I've done where I share my favorite tech and EDC backpacks, my favorite one bag travel options, and a couple of the roundup videos that I've done where I talk about some of my favorite travel and EDC gear from different points of last year. And if you have ideas for other roundup videos that you'd like to see, definitely let me know about those as well. And I want to thank you for watching and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming videos, and we'll see you in the next one.